Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first round game of the RTS FPS Guru Tournament. I'm Wasabi1, and you will notice I don't have my counterpart, Hugh Jeremy, here today, or UW Strahan. We are actually watching games simultaneously. We're not streaming these games at the moment as we're just trying to get ready for the big event tomorrow, trying to get some of these early rounds done. But I'm going to bring you this game between HG and Duplex. These are two European competitive teams, and both have been very strong competitors in the last cup, so we're looking forward to some exciting games. Today we've got HG Toby, Watchful Crane, Wild Chicken, Era, Krill, and Sanko. And on the Duplex side, we have Eros, Swalk, Tequila, Joe's, Wiry, and Icefelt. All right, and it looks like these two teams are ready. The reset command has been issued, and we will be live in 15. Again, we're very excited to bring you the first game of the RTS FPS Guru Tournament, sponsored by our friends at RTS FPS Guru with prizes from Roquette. And as usual, the Marines starting up here in command will have to work their way down to the southern parts of the map, while the aliens start in cargo. Aliens pushing out from either side, doing a nice little split here. Does look like they're going to go immediately for an expansion hive, possibly. Yep, here at subsector. Oh, I love it when I get things wrong. So it looks like they are pushing up to put some aggression on the Marines. The Marines primarily moved out in a big squad towards West Skylights, while it looks like over here in Topographical we just have one Marine. Although there are two Skulks just stalking him in East Junction. Marine team is pushing heavily, four-man squad, into system waypointing. They don't know that Joe's is under that vent there, but they have now made contact. There is no second hive dropped. We have four men pushing their way down into cargo. They're in Y Junction right now. So the aliens, in a surprise move, actually went for double. The fact that they're going for double here can be a little bit of an issue on Vale. Vale is a small enough map that if the Marines can move around and secure a tech point and get phase gates up, they can move really quickly throughout this map. It's not a whole lot that the aliens can do to stop them at that point, but by having double, the aliens are going to be able to sink in and get a lot of res if they can hold it. Now at the moment, these three Marines have taken down what looks to be three aliens, and they're keeping all the pressure on aliens right now. They are gaining res at the moment as neither of these harvesters has gone down, but it does look like they're about to lose one. Great maneuvering here by Krill. So again, still lots of action happening here in double. Duplex finally gaining the upper hand in double. They only lost the one harvester, so they're down 10 res at the moment. But look, they're up to 40. So they could drop another one pretty easily. They've gone for the Crag evolution on their hive, which means we'll probably see Carapace come out soon. Although, as I said earlier, it is highly suggested that in Vale, the alien team get a second hive. The sooner, the better. Because the more res that Marines have, the quicker they upgrade, and then it makes it really difficult as an alien team to counter all of that technology. Again, another big push by the Marines, but they don't know that Tequila is following them, stalking them through those vents. Four-man push, making their way down into system waypointing again. Phase tech is being researched and has been completed. It looks like they're going to go for a phase gate here in system waypointing. Aliens are harassing the RTs around the map, which is a good move by this alien team. They are still only on two harvesters. It looks like the third one is about to go back up in double, which means that they will be getting 3 ticks of res every 6 to 8 seconds. And rather than wait for the phase gate, the Marines have pushed into double. And they've been easily able to clean out both the Gorge and Skulk that were guarding double. This is a great move by them. They need to get these harvesters down if they want to put Duplex in a very bad position. Again, the fact that they only have 29 res means that they cannot drop another hive. They will have to wait till 40 to get that, as they went to spend their money on upgrades and expansion towers. The Marines have now secured C12 as well as the pipeline tech point here. It looks like they will be activating up to 4 res nodes. West Skylights did go down to a skulk, but they have yet to rebuild it. I would guess that someone from this 3-man team will probably branch off and build that, but they'll definitely want to keep the pressure here at double. Down here at system waypointing, we've got a skulk pack. 4 skulks moving in to take out. Poor Krill all by himself down there. Going back to double, of course, they do need to go for that, but look, they waited for the 40 res and they have dropped in pipeline, not realizing that the Marines have already secured the tech in this room. So, or it does look like maybe Swalk knew it was there. So it's possible that they know that this is here. They've got some people moving in. Yep, it looks like they'll take out this res down here. I have to say it's quite interesting to do commentary all by yourself, because you're constantly trying to make sure that you're catching all of this exciting stuff that's going on throughout the map. And look at this. We've got a 3 skulk push coming up to Marine start. There are no Marines around. That phase gate has just gone online at system waypointing. But if these 3 skulks can get a lot of pressure going, the Marines are moving to double. They're not coming back. Here they go. They're going back to the phase gate, but the phase gate goes down. Commander is going down to these skulks. We've got 3 Marines in base, 2 Marines, 1 Marine. Toby, can Toby take down Joe's and Wiry? Joe's goes down, Wiry all by himself. The Marines are starting to spawn back in. This is a great moment for the aliens to put on some aggression, as they did. And it looks like Watchful Crane stayed behind to get down the res in double, which will go down, which will be a blow to this alien team. But look what we've got here. A hive grown to 75%. A lot of combat happening over here in system waypointing. Now, it does look like they're possibly going to lose this phase gate if Tequila can do it. He's biting, but here comes Swalk running around the corner. Doesn't realize that Toby's coming in to help his buddy. He goes straight for the phase gate, but unfortunately Toby and Watchful Crane are just too much. Now, without welders, there's no way that they can repair this phase gate at the moment. It is sitting at roughly 11 res, which means that this phase gate could go down, and that could be a really big loss for this Marine team who's sitting on very little res at the moment. Welders being researched. Looks like they're trying to get a push in here to get onto that gate. They don't know that the mines are all over it, and the Marines are able to really kind of shoot them like fish in a barrel down this hallway right now. So there really needs to be some focus on coming around from either side like this. Ooh, look at that. I actually used it. That's awesome. Welders are up. So now, as you can see, this phase gate is absolutely being repaired. And the Marines are sitting on 17 res. I'm guessing we're probably going to see Arms Lab go down here soon. Although I would love to see the Marines secure a tech point. But their res flow is pretty small at the moment. So the tech point really kind of comes last. The second hive is finished and built here in Pipeline. And Leap is being researched. Now the question will be, what is their strategy next? They've got Carapace. They're holding 2 res nodes only. The loss of double was definitely a big blow to this team. The Marines are moving down into cargo. Tequila, waiting from above, gets the drop on the Marines, but is unable to do any damage. In comes Wiry from behind. Gets some great bites. Icefelt, as Lurk is going around and is able to get poison on Arrow while Skulk comes in to clean it up. Sandco goes down. Watchful Crane is unmatched. And here he goes, down to the Skulk bite. Lots of pressure going on here in system waypointing. Now it looks like the aliens are actually going to focus on res. They've knocked out topographical. They were working down here. Swalk was on this res node here. They are up in West Skylights. Nobody anywhere near around. So West Skylights will definitely go down. But look here, we've got Krill in double. Does look like the arms lab was completed, and we have Armor 1 being researched at the moment. So the Marines are holding their ground. They're grabbing res. That's good for them. They're losing some res at the same point. Does look like Double's going to have a little bit of action here. Swalk coming in. He knows something's going on in there. Good shots by both of them. Swalk with the upper hand and takes down Krill. And it looks like Duplex is saving up their res. I don't think we're going to see a fade. I think they're going to go for an Onos. It does look like they're at 48 res at the moment, and an Onos is very deadly against a low-tech Marine team. So this Marine team seriously needs to start investing in either more armor or weapons upgrade at this point, because that Onos with 16 health is just a tank. Smart placement of the arms lab or the armory right here. By placing this here, if an Onos does come onto the field, and they're guessing that that's probably going to happen, it can block the Onos from being able to move in, so you get a better shot at killing him getting stuck in that particular area. At 69 res, we could potentially see an Onos in just a matter of 20 to 30 seconds. Double is going down to a swarm of Skulk, Gorge, and Lurk. So far, the Marine team has not put a whole lot of pressure on either of these hives. They're trying to get down here into cargo, but this alien team is really starting to show that after a couple minutes, they're getting into the game, and they're working extremely well together. Now at 84 res, and still climbing, they have yet to drop any pre-evolved eggs. Question being, could they go for double Onos egg drop? Lots of action here in system waypointing. This Lurk is doing a great job of flying around and getting poison bites on these players while the Skulks move in to get those bite kills to take them down. Shotguns are online. And look at this, in a twist of events, Duplex goes for a third hive drop. Wow. So it's quite possible they have a gentleman's agreement on the third hive Onos. And with the rate that they're getting res flowing in at the moment, we could still potentially see an Onos as soon as this hive goes up, and the Marine team has no idea that this hive exists. This is a point where the Marine team really needs to get out of system waypointing. Oh, and look at this! A fade! Oh my god, how did I miss that? They spent... Oh, you guys, you got me good. Getting all of that res, not only did they drop the third hive, but they actually dropped a pre-evolve fade egg for Joe's, and Joe's flies in to help clean up system waypointing. Joe's very low on health at the moment, needs to get out of that room. Without Blink, it does make it a little bit more difficult for him to move out of there, but he does get a way to go and get healed. Blink being researched now, and it does look like we will have potentially Wiry as a fade and Tequila possibly when he respawns. And it does look like, no, Tequila has just gone for probably an evolution, not to move up a life form. Marines now know that there is a hive in subsector, so I'm sure we're going to start seeing a lot of pressure here because they know what a third hive means. Aliens have decided to move towards the evolution of Shift, which gives them celerity and or adrenaline. So these are great upgrades available to them. Shotgun pushing sub-access down to 40% health, 82% grown. This hive is going down a lot quicker now that there's 3 Marines in here. It does look like, unless this fade can get in here, this hive will go down. So the Marines have been able to deny the third hive, which potentially could have seen the Onos on the field. Without it, where will they go? Marines moving into pressure double. but the aliens quickly move in to roll over that Marine team. The tech node has been dropped. They're going for a second command chair. They have the res to go. It looks like the advanced armory has been researched. We could be seeing a proto lab as soon as they've got that 40 res. Again, still securely holding system waypointing. This is a fantastic phase gate location, especially with some well-placed mines. Can be very deadly against any alien onslaught that comes in. Biobomb being researched. This will be a great move for the aliens, especially with that fade on the field as well as the lurk, to be able to distract the Marines while the biobomb flies out to corrode on all of those Marine structures, as well as the Marines' armor itself. We're at 26, going to 33 res. The Marines are holding a staggering 6 res nodes at the moment, which means res is flying in at 6, count at 6, every 6 to 8 seconds, which means they have 57 res now, and that proto lab will be coming down any second. Ooh, another thing I want to point out here. As you can see down in here, we have a new arms lab, folks, in this build. What a pretty, pretty hologram. Ooh. And we're going to come over here and look and see what's going on. It looks like there is an assault on main. One gorge in here, biobomb flying, but he is met with 4 Marines and their shotguns. And Aors goes down very quickly. Prototype lab now being researched. Aliens trying to get up some aggression throughout this map, try to get rid of some of this res that the Marines have. Tequila is working on double, but with 6 res nodes up, the Marine team is just swimming in res at the moment. With the prototype lab up even at 58 res, are we going to see possibly double minigun exos? I have to say I'm quite happy and surprised with what I'm seeing here. No, it does look like they have gone for the jetpacks and for level 2 weapons. So it looks like they're going to go for probably a shotgun jetpack rush on one or both of these hives simultaneously. At the moment, Joe's and Wiry are fades, so they can definitely put on a great counter against the jetpacks. But at the moment, HG is really doing a great job of shooting with these shotguns. I mean, they are just taking down anything they come in contact with. And notice how they're not going back to double. They have no reason at this moment to go back to double because they've got enough res. They're researching stuff. They're putting the assault on. Getting these aliens to spend their personal res, to keep evolving, putting up the aggression. And look at that! New spikes, ladies and gentlemen. Spikes being used here in this corridor. This is crazy. Shotguns blasting, fades rolling, lurks flying, and the lurk goes down. Eisfeld takes a direct hit from Watchful Crane's shotgun. The fade rolls in. Fade is definitely trying to not let this Marine team just run away. Both fades in here now, but Swalk goes down. I don't even know where Swalk was. It's just so crazy. There's so much stuff going on in here. The Marine team is back in system waypointing now. Jetpacks are done, so we're going to see a massive assault happening here any second. Joe's coming into system waypointing, Wiry in system waypointing. The shotguns are out. The mines are blowing up. These fades have better work. Wiry just barely able to get out of this room, and he's hurting bad. So we're definitely going to see an assault. The question is, at this point, where will it be? And look at this. Up in Marine start, you've got one Skulk working his way just to distract these Marines, but with the phase gate and the jetpacks up, this alien team is in a lot of trouble. The res flow of 6 and 7 harvesters at one time was just too much for this alien team, and now grenade launchers are being researched while level 2 armor is going online. And they are now in cargo, folks. They are assaulting the cargo hive. Look at these awesome new spikes. Those are some creepy looking spikes. Good Lord. They're doing whatever they can to try to keep these Marines out of here. The Marines are using the upper ground to assault this hive. Hive is down to 40%. The Marines are holding their own at the moment, but Eisfeld takes down Toby. This hive at 35% still taking damage. The Marines using the crates as their stopping point as they're moving around with more than enough jetpack fuel. But it does look like they're finally able to clean them up. Joes gets way out as Gorge, trying to heal this hive as quickly as possible before another assault comes back. But look at this. Over in system waypointing, the aliens were able to move in and take out that phase gate. But look, down here in subsector, not to be outdone. Oh. There was an obs placed in system waypointing that actually beaconed them to the closest tech point, which happened to be subsector. That's interesting. I'm not sure. I thought it had to be in the same room as the tech point, but okay. So maybe an interesting new gameplay here, folks. They were able to beacon back. They all showed up at subsector. They got the phase gate back up. The hive and cargo is fully healed, but definitely a big backpedal for this alien team. Wiring ice felt now fades. Aors is Gorge. Does look like the Marines are losing some of their res. They're down to 4 res nodes at the moment as the aliens have begun to go around the map and try to get that res down. But with level 3 weapons already researching, 51 res in the bank, there's just so much res still flowing into the Marines. I think we have a strong potential of seeing exos. Look at this. Krilla has 73 res. I mean, I think we could see a dual minigun exo. I think it'd be awesome to see a dual minigun exo. I don't know that it'll happen, but I think it'd be awesome to see it. Over here, it looks like the aliens have finally expanded into C-12, but they're starting to get a lot of pressure from the Marines over on this side of the map. Very smartly placed cyst over here in the neck to prevent a forward momentum phase gate for the Marine team. Lot of movement coming out of pipeline here. Tequila and Wiry starting to make their way. And look at that, folks. Exos. Level 3 weapons will be online here in about 15 seconds. Exos have begun researching. Marines back up to 5 res. Looks like they're about to do a big push from system waypointing as we have 4 of the Marines here. And there are the grenades, folks. Not wanting to take a chance on their next assault. It looks like they're going to hit cargo with grenades and shotguns. And look at this. Oh, this is beautiful. We've got an Onos! An Onos on the field with double Gorges and a Skulk. They're going to do a massive push up here to Marine start. Can they be stopped, folks? It does look like they've gone Onos with 2 hives. That is an acceptable rule. And here they go. The bio bombs are flying. The Onos is charging. He's going straight for the power node. He's blocking some of that bio bomb damage being done to the power node. He's not taking much damage at all at the moment. Power node down to 10%. And the Onos goes down to an assault of shotguns. He was unable to get that power down, and what a major loss for this alien team. Wow, this is exactly what I was talking about. The Marines at level 3 weapons, level 2 armor, shotguns, and grenade launchers, they just had no chance with that whole team being beaconed back in to get that Onos to do any worthwhile damage. The other thing to be noted here, too, is that dual minigun exos are being researched. But look down here in cargo, the Marine team saying, want to rush? Well, watch us. And here they come, moving frantically throughout all of this room. I'm going to go down into the first-person view. Let's look at this crazy assault taking place in cargo right now. Cargo taking massive damage. Most of the alien team not here. Down to 29%. Oh, those wicked spikes. I love them. Spikes are back in. They are taking damage. This hive is down to 19%, but it looks like the aliens once again have been able to stop the onslaught of Marines. And rightfully so, they're pushing quickly back to system waypointing to stop these Marines from grouping back up and getting in there while the hive is weak. But this Marine team has to move quickly. They really need to get down into cargo if they're going to take it down. The aliens are only sitting on 18 res, and this could be a moment where the Marines could finally start to push back and say, this game is ours. Flamethrowers being researched, level 3 armor being researched. Aor's seriously working on this hive, now at 47%. So here comes the rush again. The Marines are pushing in. The grenades are flying out. They're trying to do whatever damage they can. And look, there's Tequila as an Onos. Use of the Onos and the double fades is quite a deadly combination. Oh, and what a great play by Toby hiding in the vent. Oh, Toby able to take down that skulk from the vent. An amazing play by Toby at this point. What would be a great thing at this moment is actually for this Marine team to do a counter assault. They're really getting stuck over here in waypointing. They could use this as an advantage to actually get themselves over here to Pipeline and take down Pipeline almost instantly with that level 3 weapons and grenades and shotguns. They could do some amazing damage without the alien team being able to do much of anything against it. Does look like we have an Onos making his way over to C12. Still a lot of action taking place around system waypointing, as this is a great choke point for both teams. We've got a Gorge starting to work on all these tech points throughout the map. Marine team starting to push up towards double. Aliens trying to get some res of their own. They're sitting on 68 res, which means they could drop another hive if they can take out another tech point, or even go for yet another Onos. Big push here into system waypointing. Swalk doing what he can with that biobomb. It's pretty hard to assault from that lower area, as all he's going to get is splash damage. Era trying to do what he can to take Swalk down. Swalk doing whatever he can to get that biobomb damage on that phase gate, but goes down to a grenade. So does Tequila. The Onos is down. So far at 26 minutes, we've had a pretty exciting game here. A real back and forth. No clear winner at the moment, but this Marine team is just gathering the res by the second. It is crazy how much res they have gotten, how much tech they have used. I mean, something interesting here, too, is this IP is down to 6%. So that IP could be taken out. There is no IP here, and they could knock out that second IP. And then, you know, the Marines wouldn't even realize it. I mean, this is all theoretical. They have no idea that that IP is at 6%. So even if they rushed in and they killed it, they'd be like, oh my God, I didn't realize it was that low. Power is out in double, which means the Marines are not getting as much res as they were, but they almost don't need it, as they have plenty of tech and res in the bank at the moment. The question now is, where's the EXO? And there's Krill sitting in system waypointing his EXO. The question is, will we see an assault? Where will the assault be? How long will it take for it to go down? And with this being a dual minigun EXO, it could be quite devastating. But look at this. The aliens saying, all right, let's try to do something here. They're making their move. They've got Skulk in base. They're beaconing everyone back to base, but the EXO is all alone down here. The Marines will have to phase back to do any help for him. Oh, and Krill just knocks out Swalk with not even a spin of the minigun. Wiry just hanging out up here by Marine start. And the Marines finally realized that that IP was low, and they are back to the assault in system waypointing. So it looks like they could potentially finally be making a push towards cargo again. Here comes a big push from the Marines trying to counter the biobomb out on the EXO. but does little damage before the welders come out and the Exo is fully back to health. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of use of spikes happening here in these games this weekend, because the spikes are going to be so great to help protect against the exosuit attacks. The Marines really need to start putting on some pressure on one of these hives. I'm going to say it again. They really need to come over here to Pipeline. This is a very important place for them to come and assault. There's not a lot of defense going on there. It's a, it's a tighter room, but I seriously think that they could have a better chance at damaging that than anything else. Down here in subsector, it looks like Tequila was able to get that command station down to 20%. If that command station can be killed and destroyed, there is great potential that no one else on this team would be able to buy jetpacks or exosuits. So I can hear an Onos on the field. Let's see where Swalk is. He's just down here, kind of waiting, baiting. Onos with Carapace, 1,600 health, 600 armor. I mean, that's wicked crazy, man. That's just crazy. Now, something to be noted up here is look at all this infestation slowly starting to move up towards Marine Start. Could we potentially see a shift drop here with a bunch of eggs so they can just do all-on gorge bile bomb rush? Something crazy like that? Who knows? I don't know. Anything can happen, folks. All right, so we've got a 4-man push, including an Exo, down into cargo. Swalk is here. They know he's there. They can hear him. But this is such a tight corridor. I mean, to come in here and get out of here, that's crazy. Sorry for the yawn, folks. Building up an armory here, this could be a good move for them. Oh, and look at this. They've gone for a whip attack in Marine Start with, oh my God, with mature whips using Bombard. The whips are doing damage. The aliens are quickly pushing out. And look at this big assault onto the Exo, who almost instantly goes down. What a beautiful play by Duplex. Wow. Duplex, that was amazing. What a smart move. Leave the Exo all by himself and just push in. Let your whips do the work for you. Wow. And look at this. They have completely lost system waypointing. They need to get this observation tower down because they will continue to be able to come back over to this tech point here in subsector. Looks like they're putting up a phase gate in subsector, but this is not as good a placement as West Skylights. If they don't have West Skylights, that's a big problem. Infestation is still in Marine Start, and quite a bit of it. So we could potentially see some more mature whips get moved up into Marine Start. The question is, will we see them? Lots of pressure happening here. Swalk doing everything he can to run away from Krill, getting through and getting next to that hive, which means he will heal up. So what a great push by Duplex, forcing the Marines really back to subsector, keeping them locked on that side of the map. It's a really good move by them, and I'm really happy to see it. Infestation still all over Marine Start. Something does need to happen here. Marines trying to secure that phase gate again in system waypointing. They know exactly how powerful it is. And the phase gate does go up. So they have yet again secured system waypointing. But still, with that assault on Marine Start the way it was, the Marines have not built up any IPs or any secondary structures down at subsector. So Marine Start is still a giant open target with the arms lab, the advanced armory, the command station, the IPs. Oh my goodness, all this stuff. It's just crazy. Again, still tons of action taking place down here in system waypointing. Swalk is trapped. He's in there as Onos and he can't get out. He's taking tons of damage. Those Marines are trying to follow him. But thank God for Icefeld because he was able to get out of there. Now you got a double gorge heal going on. The Marines are really scanning like crazy to see what's going on. Again, I will say the Marines need to come over and put some damage on this pipeline hive. This is their single biggest area of weakness, and it's not being touched. A phase gate put up right here in C12 and just run in. One guy could do it. You beacon the team back. You may lose system waypointing, but then they'll be stuck over on this side of the map while you're assaulting over on this side of the map. Oh, it's just crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. So really feeling like a back and forth right now. Does look like Era's finally starting to move out on the right side of the map, take out some of this res that they've given the aliens. But he's got a grenade launcher, and that's not so great. But over here in system waypointing, Swalk and company saying, we are so tired of you guys being in system waypointing. We are coming back. But what's going on down here? Joe's, he's getting on that power node in subsector. But here comes Krill. Joe's bouncing around trying to do what he can. There's 3 Marines, and here comes the party. They're moving in. Bio bombs flying. Swalk really needs to get down over to this power node. Got 3, 4 Marines here, starting to put the infestation out. Big smart move by the alien commander. Finally starting to use their infestation to creep around this map and do some damage. Definitely putting the infestation back up here by Marine start. I would love to see a garden of whips. Now, of course, what you're going to notice here is that they're only at 10, 13 res. They don't have enough to build these whips and stuff. So there's just a lot of stuff going on right now. The alien team hurting from not having a lot of res. The Marine team hurting from not really putting any pressure on the aliens. But at the same time, you know, the Marines have all the tech they need. So it's just a matter of how they use it. We've seen this from HG before. They play really, 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 really strong. But they don't seem to have a great in-game tactic. I think at the same point, now that they've taken out the res, look at this. Double is open. I bet we're going to see some res drops here in double. We finally got 1 Marine. Again, Era moving his way out. A lot of pressure happening down here in sub again. You got an Onos and 2 phase, which is going to make it difficult for any poor Marine that comes through that phase gate. Grenades flying, hitting Swalk, but doing not much damage. And it does look like this phase gate will go down, as well as Watchful Crane. Now, if they can knock out this command station, this could finally be the tide they were looking to turn in this game, as the Marines do not have enough res to redrop. And how do they do that? Where is the... Oh, and a hidden observatory in subsector overlook. Oh my goodness. Wow. Swalk had no idea that they were coming, and they just cranked on in. That was crazy. But look, they really need just one bite, one hit, one bio bomb could knock out this command station. They wouldn't have enough to rebuild it. They really need to assault this, and they need to assault it now. This is exactly what needs to happen. They need to put on the pressure. If Duplex wants to win this game, they have to get in there right now. Push through. You've just got to push through. They have no idea it's at 4%. Phase gate's been dropped. Oh, man. This is just crazy. I'm at a loss for words. I mean, I'm just... To have the poor Gorgie go in all by himself in the front. I mean, you know, you need to be doing waving. You need to have a skulk up in these events to jump down, and there they go. They're healing the command station down in subsector. Now back up to 20 and quickly rising. Aliens, though, sitting on 6 harvesters. You heard me. 6 harvesters. So they have more than enough res to drop another hive, research some more abilities. I don't know, maybe we'll see Vortex. That'd be crazy, but maybe we'll see it. You never know. And look at this. Icefelt making a push up to Marine start. Era's the only one here. Here comes a fade. Icefelt taking a lot of damage. The whole Marine team coming back. And there goes the assault on subsector with the Gorges. 2 Gorges, 1 Onos, and Power's out. Era all alone, but they still have the beacon. They can beacon back. Will they beacon back? He can beacon. Why isn't he beaconing? And there goes the beacon. 3 Marines, 4 Marines coming back in. Oh my goodness. Onos taking down 1. Fade taking down 2. Man. Does look like, even with the other beacon, this will go down with the bio bomb, and there goes the command station's down. They can no longer get their exos or jetpacks, and they don't have enough to drop anything here, which means we could see a hive drop, and there it goes, folks. 3rd hive drop in subsector. Now they're working on the observation and the res down here. Next thing we're going to see is a massive assault onto Marine start. But again, we're talking shotguns, level 3 armor, level 3 weapons. I mean, this is deadly. This is deadly. Marines desperately wanting that chair back, as I don't think any of them have jetpacks anymore. They have lost them all. And look, they're going to put that forward observation again. Kind of a hidden... Oh, no. It's a phase gate. And here we go. 5-man push down to subsector. The aliens could really just let this go. They really could. And that's almost what they need to do here, is they need to just go for Marine start. Get them away from this hive by going back and causing the beacon. The hive doesn't matter as much as knocking out Marine start. And while that's happening, infestation, whips, and everything are all over Marine start, as well as a shift. And there's just the one fade up here going against these 2 Marines. And the whips are starting to deal their damage as they are grown. Now the Marine team is making their way back. The aliens have enough to drop another hive, but they've chosen instead to drop an egg, maybe? I don't know where all that resources went. Lots of stuff happening up here in Marine start now. Eggs all over the place. The shift providing energy. The whip's dealing damage. I don't know what this whip is dealing damage to, but he's dealing damage to something. Commander is out of his chair. The infestation's still all over the place. And where is this alien team? I mean, seriously, where are they? Why are they not here? They're taking out the stuff down here that doesn't matter. You've got the Marines all distracted up here in Marine start. You need to be assaulting the crap out of it. And now the infestation begins to make its pullback. Not a lot was really damaged in Marine start. Subsector hive has been redropped. And here we go. Possibly a push finally through West Skylights. We could finally see an alien win in this game. And this game really was HG's to lose. They had all the tech, they had all the research they needed, but they focused way too much on system waypointing and the net and Y junction to try to assault cargo. Again, while assaulting cargo, any Marine that died should have been immediately heading over to pipeline to start distracting. If they could have been in pipeline, dealing a blow to pipeline, then they could have had a better shot of splitting the team up and being able to come back in and knock out cargo before they were able to heal it, because the team would have been too focused on both hives instead of just the one. But here we go. Massive push. They're going to go all in for it. Multiple bio bombs. Onos on the power node. The power will go down. And it does look like this team is going to get wiped up. And there we go, folks. That is it. Aliens win. GG. well-fought game at 43 minutes, 18 seconds. The winner, Duplex.